Hi guys, my name's Andy, welcome back to Scottish Name Productions, and in this video I'm going to show you how to test if your W4 Peckett is still working if you ever come across trouble. So as you know, this is my W4 Peckett that was repainted into Daphne from Dodo. This model hasn't been run in quite a long time, mainly because one of the pickups on the wheels has broken off. So it needs power going to all four wheels to work. Sadly, I only have power going to 3. Now it's quite frustrating as it's only a little piece of metal that's stopping me from doing this. But until I get the spare parts from Hornby, it's going to stay as a static exhibit. So let's say, for example, you're running your Peckett, it's running around the track, and then out of nowhere it starts to hesitate over some straights or curves. You've cleaned the wheels, you've cleaned the tracks, but it keeps happening. Let's take the model apart and I'll show you what to do to make sure your model still works and diagnose what the problem is. So first off, we've got to remove the body. As you can see, this can be done quite easily, just like that. There are 2 screws holding the body together, one just under the smoke box and one just under the cab. The one underneath the cab, you will have to unscrew the rear NEM coupling and remove it to get to the body screw. That's easily done as it's just a simple plus head Phillips screwdriver screw. So on first visual inspection, everything seems okay. No wires are damaged on the decoder, the wheels look absolutely fine. We look underneath, everything seems okay. But is it? So what I'm going to do now is take the bottom of the locomotive and I'm going to unscrew this screw here. There are 2, one there in that hole and one there. I've only left one in for the sake of the video, but there will always be 2 screws. One just between the front wheels there and one just between the back wheels right there, where the motor coil is. So that is the screw off, and then with my flat screwdriver I'm going to very gently just ply it off, and there we go. This is the piece that holds the pickups together. Now as you can see, I have 1, 2, 3 pickups. There is a pickup missing on the front left wheel. So what does that mean? It means there is no power going to the front left wheel, which I need in order to run this model. There you go, you can see a bit better there. There's 2 at the back just here, there's only 1 at the front. But does the model still work, regardless that the pickup is broken? I'm going to show you this now. So what we're going to do is going to leave the Peckett on its side, because if you have taken the pickup housing off and you pick the loco up normally, the front wheels are going to come off. But don't panic, you just lay the loco down normally, turn it round, make sure that the coil, the metal plates that are here and here are resting on the sides of the chassis where they're meant to be. There you go, you can see it a lot better. So that little plate there, you can see where they sit. You've got to make sure you do the same with the other one. Okay, you can see there, I haven't. So, there we go, that's a lot better. So all the wheels should look like that. Now, how are we going to test this without pickups? I'm glad you asked. There are 2 golden pins here. Those pins go in to the pickup housing. You can see the 2 holes in the middle just there. Those holes link to all 4 pickups and provide power to the motor. So, what you're going to want to do is grab the loco by the rear, flip it onto its roof. Now do not worry, this is completely safe, and you should end up with something like that. Now then, Here's what else you're going to need to do. So I'm here with the Hornby Master 2000 controller. I've got it plugged in, making sure the controller I'm using is going to work. It's definitely wired in at the back, and I've got the wires that I'm going to be using for this test. Now, if you only have open brass wires, it will help quite substantially. It won't focus, never mind. It will help quite substantially to this test. However, you can probably test it with the pre-pinned wires that just slot into track power clips. They will probably work just as fine, but you might struggle getting the pins to the brass pins there. So I advise you cut off the pins, strip the wires so you can see brass, but don't worry, there is a way to rectify this if you don't want to do that. All you need to do is cut the wire where you need to, make sure both ends are stripped, and then when you want to go back to normal, just get this connector block, put your wires back together, and you'll be as good as gold. Now then guys, this is the scary bit. That click now means these two wires are now live. Now you need to be very, very careful not to touch both wires at once, because if you do, sparks will fly, like this. I don't know if you can hear that crackling, but if you touch anything else but the pins, this will happen. See that? You need to be very careful, because when Hornby made these models, they made the bodies die-cast metal. So, got 2 pins, 2 wires, here we go. And just like that, the model still works fine. So what I've done is I've replaced the pickups with direct power feed from the controller to the pickup pins, and it works a dream. Now I'll slow the model way down. Nothing. Let's give it a bit more juice. There we go. It even runs at low speed. Now I'm going to turn the wires around to reverse the polarity. Let's test it going the other way. Still works fine. So I now know to diagnose that the pickup piece is the main cause of my problems. So all I need to do is get a new one of these ordered from Hornby from the spares department, then Daphne will be as good as new, running again. Now we've got to put it back together, so here we go. So first, we always have to put the pickup housing on first before you do anything else. So otherwise, you could risk damaging your model even more. So, that's the pickups. Now for the screws. Just like that, the pickup housing is now secured and safe and back on the loco. Now let's put the body back on. There's the rebuilt chassis, now tested and diagnosed that it does work. Here's the body. Just be very careful. And it's back on like that. Now I just have to turn it over. Terrifyingly. Now all I need to do is put a screw down there. Now do not confuse these two holes. The one closest to the motor is the one you need to screw in first. That holds the body together. Same with this one underneath the NEM coupling. The one furthest away from the motor, that holds the rear NEM coupler in place. So do not confuse those two. And there we go guys, that is the problem diagnosed. It was a damaged pickup that was causing Daphne to fail. I have also tested that it works, and it does. And also do remind yourself to be careful if you're testing this thing with live wires not to touch the body of the loco, as it will possibly short out and spark. That's it for now, guys. I hope this video was really helpful. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, I will see you in the next video, and see you later. Bye for now, guys.